Running out of money during retirement is a valid concern for nearly all retirees. After all, we're constantly hearing on the news about the uncertainty of the economy in general, and for years people have been worried about Social Security running out of money, or the impact of significant tax hikes that will hurt those that are retired, or that the stock market will crash and your investments will be worthless. While we can't predict everything, there are some ways you can make your retirement savings last longer, reduce stress, and positively impact your life in other ways. Implementing certain behaviors might even allow you to not draw on retirement savings at all. If you choose creating the possibility for a much more luxurious lifestyle in the future, if so desired. This is some advice to take seriously to maximize your savings and also improve the quality of your life. Watch this video to the end to hear the #1 tip for a successful retirement coming from people who have already retired. Welcome to Rich Mentality. If you're interested in improving your financial future, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if this video is helpful. Number 9. Maximize Social Security benefits. Taking benefits at the age of 62, which is not the full retirement age, can be tempting, but starting Social Security too early will greatly reduce the benefits you'll receive. By claiming them at age 62, the benefit amounts will only be about 2/3 of what you'd receive by waiting until full retirement age at 67. If you're born after 1955, in addition to lower payments, taking them at age 62 restricts the amount of earned income you can receive to $19,560 before being penalized. For every $2 you earn above that limit, your Social Security benefit will be reduced by $1. This could be a big deal if you plan on working well into your 60s, especially if you don't need that income right away. Besides, at age 62, you won't even be eligible for Medicare. By waiting until age 70, benefit amounts will be about 125% of what they would have been if you had taken them at age 67. Number 8, develop a spending plan. Part of planning for retirement is determining how much you plan on spending and how much money will be budgeted for each expense. How much you will reserve for transportation, housing, dining out, traveling, and healthcare. Your home will likely need repairs and updating over the average retirement period. Also, a common misconception is that paying off your car will reduce retirement expenses. Whether paid off or not, a car always has depreciation, repairs, insurance, and other costs associated with it. The car will need replacing eventually, so it's necessary to have a spot in your budget for a new one. It's much easier to be ready for these types of expenses beforehand. Developing a plan for each of these categories reduces stress and unpleasant surprises when these expenses do pop up. Number 7. Make healthy choices. Many chronic health conditions are preventable by maintaining a healthy lifestyle. No one likes to spend their time and money at doctor's offices. Dealing with health conditions that make life less enjoyable, making healthier choices can greatly improve your quality of life before and during retirement by reducing the chances of high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, and other health problems. Staying in shape will allow you to do things that bring you joy, such as traveling, hiking, spending time with the grandchildren, and other physical activities. Some health risks are just simply beyond our control, but maintaining a healthy lifestyle with proper diet and exercise will reduce some of these costs and allow you to experience a higher quality of life. Number 6. Work a little longer. Most people want to quit working and move on to the next phase of their life, thinking the grass will be greener and life will be much more enjoyable, right? While there are many people who are happy with their decision to quit working, others miss a sense of fulfillment, activity, structure, and social interaction. And of course, the income. Retirement can take some getting used to, and avoiding boredom can be a little tricky even for avid golfers or gardeners. Reducing hours worked as you transition into a full retirement will help you adjust to a more idle lifestyle. By earning enough money during early retirement to avoid drawing on savings, you'll have significantly more money when you do fully retire. If your investments are in the average rate of return of the S&P 500, that means you'll have approximately 10% more money each year. If you're sick of your job, consider another with less stress or responsibility. Number 5. Get a side job. Some of us are just sick and tired of working, whether you dislike your boss or you just don't like the schedule. If you don't want to stay working in the traditional sense, there are some excellent ways to make money on the side that have many of the same benefits. For pet lovers, dog walking can be an excellent activity that not only pays surprisingly well, but gets you outside, exercising, doing something you enjoy. Others might enjoy driving for Uber or Lyft, or homesteading where they'll get paid to stay at someone else's house while they're out of town. Perhaps you could babysit some kids while their parents are doing something on their own for the day. There are many opportunities for different people that can actually be enjoyable. The great thing about retirement is that you can seek out these things without having to earn a certain amount of money, but instead see each dollar as an added bonus. Number 4, maximize credit card rewards. Utilizing credit cards goes against the belief of some people, but when used properly, the rewards can be remarkable. Make sure to check out the Rich Mentality video about credit card churning. Paying for things that you'd normally be using a debit card for is a great way to rack up cashback rewards that can add up over time. Say you spend about $30,000 per year on a credit card, with an average cashback reward of 2%. That's $600 over the course of 1 year. While not a huge amount, you can use this strategy with several cards. For example, one of your cards might pay 5% back on gas, while the other pays 5% back on groceries. An extra $600 or more per year for basically no work seems worth it. Just be sure to pay the balance in full every month so you don't pay interest. Number 3, buy a home early. Owning a home is an excellent place to park your money and a great way to hedge against inflation. The rising cost of housing, taxes, insurance, and maintenance costs will rise over time, but home prices usually appreciate significantly while your mortgage is paid down. Getting into the housing market early on, assuming you're financially stable, is a good idea for most people. A rising home value can provide an excellent return and relatively stable return on your money. For example, if you put $100,000 or 20% down on a $500,000 home, and the home value rises an average of $15,000 or 3% annually, that's a 15% return on your down payment in the first year, provided that the housing costs are similar to what you'd pay in rent. The rooms can also be rented for additional income, or the entire place could be rented out if you decide to move or vacation somewhere else. The home's equity can also be used if you eventually decide to downsize. The home will either be owned outright by that time, or there will be significant equity that can be used. Number 2, understand diversification. Chances are that you build your retirement accounts by investing. Your contributions will only be a portion of that total value, while the interest earned is the majority. However, maintaining a proper level of diversification is important, even more so during retirement. When an overly concentrated portfolio can be risky, some areas of the market will perform well, while others go nowhere until a few years later when they may switch places. Consider taking Dave Ramsey's advice and spreading your money equally across growth, income growth, aggressive growth, and international funds. If you have significant investments in real estate, make sure those are diversified as well. Don't make the mistake of keeping the majority of your retirement in your company stock. In fact, it's not recommended you keep much of your portfolio in individual stocks at all. Aside from some speculative fund money, this one mistake is all too common, and if your company goes out of business, it can be a disaster for your portfolio. Number 1, reduce high interest debt. We all know to pay off debt or to keep it to manageable levels, and it's especially important before retirement. People who have already retired attribute their ability to live comfortably to their lack of debt. Having low monthly obligations is a huge help and makes it much easier to get by on lower income. Just like your ability to save and invest is largely dependent on your ability to keep your cost of living low, it will be an absolute must in retirement. And with each video you watch here on this channel, the Rich Mentality way will become more and more comfortable. So stick around. Thank you for watching.